So if you're looking for a job, listen up. This segment is for you. Okay? So these days, you know, everyone's familiar that people are quitting, people are getting fired, people are moving their jobs. It's the great resignation. It's the great reset. It's the great reshuffle. Great reset, reshuffle, all that. Okay? But eventually, you need to land somewhere. You can't just be looking for a job or job hopping year after year after year after year. That's not a good look. You need to settle down somewhere. Yeah. Okay? So now is the time to obviously make your moves, get a raise, get a better job, figure it out. This is the great reset, reshuffle. This is one of the benefits of COVID is now sort of the employees have a lot of power these days. You say, look, I'm getting unemployment. You think I'm going to come work to you for less than, for unemployment? There's a lot of things are happening these days. So you know who actually had some very strong feelings on this? When I saw this article, I said, let's have this gentleman weigh in. Are you familiar with Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank, David?
Yes, I love Mr. Wonderful.
You love Mr. Wonderful. Kevin O'Leary. He's actually worth about $400 billion.
Yeah.
So when he speaks about...
What college did he go to?
Find that out.
FIU.
He didn't go to FIU. He's from Canada. I think he went to University of Toronto or something. McGill.
Okay.
Find that out while I'm talking. So I guarantee you it's somewhere in Canada.
All right.
University of Ontario. That's my guess.
Okay.
So he opened up about... getting a new job these days. How companies basically operate. Listen, this guy's purchasing companies left and right. He's opening up companies, investing companies. He knows a thing or two about what type of employees can make a company work well. You got an answer for me?
Yeah, I got an answer. He received an honors bachelor's degree in environmental studies and psychology from the University of Waterloo.
Waterloo, Canada, bro.
Yep, and then he got another thing at the University of Western Ontario.
Didn't I say University of Ontario?
You did.
It just wasn't the Western one. I know he's from Canada.
Sauce talks fast.
They're really nice people up there in Canada. So he says, look, he's got a lot of financial advice, a lot of money stuff, a lot of investments, a lot of stuff he's doing on Shark Tank. But he says, this is the one red flag that I see this, boom, antenna goes up, high alert. I throw your resume right into the garbage can. I said, oh damn.
God.
This guy ain't even giving it a second look. He said, this is the biggest red flag on your resume. He says he sees this, going straight in the garbage. Boom, basura.
What is it?
He says the one red flag above all is candidates who are bouncing all over the place. That in the last 2 years have been at 4 different jobs. He said that is numero uno. Ain't happening. Ain't hiring this person. Red flags all over this person's resume. Let me get into it. He says if an applicant's resume shows them holding multiple jobs over the past couple years, I simply put that thing right in the trash. He's not even going to look at you. No. It's like the fat girl, the ugly girl, drunk girl at the end of the bar. Sorry. I went there. Sorry. I'm sure you're a great person.
I put it right in the trash.
Yeah, right in the trash can. Basura. I'm sorry. And he goes on to say, companies don't like it because they invest in you. Let's talk about that. Mm-hmm. So if you're going to leave them after a few months, it's an absolute total waste of money. This is per Kevin O'Leary. There's onboarding, there's training, there's getting you up to speed. If you work remotely, they're sending you equipment, all that. So he says, when you apply to a new job, you need to be prepared to invest your time into that company. And then he says something here which I actually kind of disagree with. I've agreed with him up to this point. He says, you need to have a mental commitment. Whether you like the job or not, you need to stay there for at least 2 years. You have to have a minimum of 24-month commitment. So hold on. If you don't like the job because Kevin O'Leary thinks you should stay there for 2 years, you need to stay there? I actually disagree with that. I disagree with that. If you hate the job, get the hell out of there.
I agree.
But find the job that you want to be at. The goal is to have less jobs on your resume than more jobs on your resume. You know the last time I've updated my resume? 15 years ago. Because I've been at the same financial firm for 15 years. When I came to Valuetainment, they're like, send me a resume. I'm like, you don't need a resume. Anyway, whatever. The point is this. Sometimes less is more. Quality jobs over quantity jobs. You ever see that they someone's resume and over the last 5 years there's 15 jobs? It's like, dude, that's not a good look.
Right.
That doesn't help you. Yeah. Okay? I see these guys just you guys might need to update your resume after some of these issues that we're having today there, fellas. Anyway, so highlight the number of companies you're at for 1 to 2 years, not 3 to 6 months. Even if you were at a great company for 3 months, don't put on your resume. It didn't work out well.
Gotcha.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, totally.
Because above all, you got to understand something. Above all, I learned this from BizDoc. Companies want loyalty. They want to know that you're not going anywhere. They don't want to know that you're just looking at them as a platform to get ahead 3, 6 months, year, and then boom, move on, put it on the resume. They've spent all this time onboarding you, and then you're out the door. Companies want loyalty.
Right. Yeah.
So, and even if you're going to go get a raise, this is what some talked about the biz doc. If you're going to go get a raise, you need to convey, hey, look, I don't want to go anywhere. Okay, we have to have this conversation. I'm looking for a raise. I got to tell you, I've done some research. Companies that do what I do in a certain field are currently paying X, Y, and Z. I don't want to go anywhere. God forbid something happens, I get fired or the company goes under. That's my market value. I don't want to go anywhere. I want to be here, conveying loyalty. With that being said, what can we do? Right? That's the type of conversation to have regarding the loyalty conversation. You have to convey loyalty. Because basically his point is this. I don't want to waste my time with you if you're only going to be here for 3 to 6 months.
Exactly.
You're a waste of absolute time.
Yeah. Even a year. Like, what's the point of putting all of this effort into someone?
Exactly.
You're going to leave in a year.
So do you guys agree with Kevin O'Leary? Do you disagree? Do you kind of bop? There's parts of it. Like, the one part I didn't agree with Kevin O'Leary on is if you hate your job, you still need to stick it out for 2 years. I don't think so.
No, yeah, if you absolutely, you're miserable and you've tried everything. You've tried going through the list of being a top performer.
You've been there for 6 months and
and it's just not working out, I don't know, then it's like, choose your mental health over because you won't learn anything. But, I mean, yeah, I totally agree. If you're bouncing back, they invest some money. Not only that, they invest money into you, dude.
Exactly.
And
training, onboarding, systems, computer,
benefits, all
that. And then you're out the door.
Yeah.
So I totally understand where he's coming from, but obviously, if it doesn't work out and you're not happy, you kind of got to keep it moving. But anyway, I think this is actually a great advice from Kevin O'Leary.
Talk is money. All we talk is money.
If you enjoyed that short clip from the Soscast, click here to watch another. Click here to watch the full episode, or just stay broke.